to talk. I already saw this.
Yes,
are we going to go over this again?
Kyler Murray, not only is he winless,
he's playing well.
The Cards have never beaten Sean McVay. He was 8-0 against him, and now he's got a brand new quarterback in Matthew Stafford. And looking downfield for Deshaun Jackson, that connection worked out so well last week. But Byron Murphy Jr., he's playing some great ball.
Listen, Byron Murphy does a great job of baiting Matthew Stafford. I think the ball's thrown a little bit early and a little more outside. You have a touchdown there, but it's the NFL. You can't miss by an inch.
Kyler Murray does not miss.
No.
A.J. Green dust him off after a decade in Cincinnati.
Well, this is the thing. A.J. Green is still a number one wide receiver, but he's getting covered by second and third DBs.
He's not still a number one
Yes,
guy.
he is. He's still 6'4", 100 and 200 pounds and can run. I mean, I don't know what else you want your number one wide receiver to look like.
This is a great little story. Stafford to Van Jefferson. Catches it in front of his pop, Sean, who played 14 years in the league. He's now the Arizona Cardinals receivers coach. That's a nice moment.
This is the second time Van Jefferson's balled in front of his pops.
Yeah.
I love that.
Second quarter, Kyler Murray to Max Williams. How many X's in Max? But X
I don't know.
marks the spot. Yeah. He's got 2 X's in Max, by the way.
Okay. And he had 2 big plays in this game, too.
Yeah.
We'll show him.
Yeah, 5 for 66 and that touchdown. Ensuing Rams possession, Sony Michel, who played so well last week, you can't do this.
In these type of games, every possession matters, and this is where the game kind of turned. He fumbles the ball. You see Budda Baker out here running. Great job, though, by punching the ball out by Golden there. Gets the ball. Look, go ahead, rock him to sleep. That's what they say. That's the whole thing. We're going to rock you to sleep.
So now it's 3rd and 16, and Kyler, for the first time this year, didn't have a rushing touchdown, but this is a killer for the Rams D.
So this is the thing. I understand what the Rams are doing here. You're trying to get him outside, but Kenny Young, who's a UCLA Bruin, is not running a 4.2 40.
A few people are to catch him. And then James Conner, 2 touchdowns last week, another one here. We know all about McVay's unblemished record when his team leads at halftime. Instead, they were down by double digits. Now in the third, Stafford looking for the NFL's leading receiver coming in. Cooper Kupp, they misfire. And then to add injury to insult, they missed the field goal as well, so they're down 14. Cardinals turn it around. You talked about the big plays by Max Williams. Here's the other one.
Yeah, I saw this one. This was a great play. Great play call, great execution. Look at all these guys up front just running.
Yeah. And then it's Connor, second straight week, multiple rushing touchdowns. Chase Edmonds, 120 on the ground. They out-physicaled the Rams.
Well, this is the thing. When you have Kyler Murray in that read option, you have to account for him. You're not going to let him run. James Conner running behind his pads. Great run there.
In the fourth, down 21, Stafford appears to get in for the touchdown, but he's ruled down at the 1, and Sean McVay does not challenge.
He was in for sure.
Okay, but
I saw this one.
He decided not to challenge, so they eventually go for it on 4th and goal, and Stafford had Tyler Higbee. He should have had it.
Yeah.
Instead, the Rams end up getting whooped at home 37-20 as the Cardinals are 4-0 for the first time since 2012. Coach, how are you going to celebrate?
I'll watch Ted Lasso tonight and go to bed. That's about it.
You learned anything from Ted?
They learned anything from Ted? There's some real parallels between Ted Lasso and myself. Like the epic YouTube dance video. Y'all were at my press conference. It was essentially the same press conference as Ted Lasso had, and everybody's like, is this some kind of a joke? And then he's weirdly positive all the time, so we'll take it. But yeah, I like the show.
I want to see him with a push broom mustache like Sudeikis.
I would like you not to use those type of words when you speak of the Rams.
I'm just saying.
As long as we're working together, let's just not use those words. They lost. But when you say whooped,
hold on, they got bullied by Arizona, and I think that was the big question about Arizona. Yes, they were 3-0 coming in. Could they put on their big boy football pants? And they did.
No, they showed up. I think, again, it's a different. The Rams were the hunter last week against the Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. This week they were the hunted. And so it's a different mentality. But kudos to the Cardinals. I mean, they came out and played lights out. Don't get me wrong. I mean, everything was on all cylinders. You showed some of the plays where, McVay went for it on 4th down and did it. Here, you have really good coverage. Great ball placement. You can't stop that. Here again, great coverage. Good ball placement. Kyler Murray is on point. That's why he's a front runner for the MVP right now. Again, really good coverage, great ball placement. It's hard to beat that here in the National Football League. I would just like you to talk about the Rams in a better light.
I'm just saying that on one day, every week is a different story.
It is.
I mean, it is cliche in the NFL, but it is
that's
also
a tough
true.
move.
So,
did you see that move he made on? That's a tough move.
He does that to a lot of people each and every week. Just watch the highlights. Real quickly, are they the best team in the NFC, Arizona?
Oh, I think right now you have to say that, yes.
Yeah.
I think they're the best team. They went out and played handily. They played very well. They ran the ball for, almost 200 yards. I mean, they did a really good job of being a balanced offense, and I love the fact that everything is predicated off of Kyler Murray and his legs, right? So now all of a sudden, if he didn't really run that much. He ran twice in the game, but you have to respect that.
You have to account for it. And by the way, they're the highest scoring team in the league at 35 per game. Last time the Cardinals were the highest scoring team in the NFL for a season, 1948.
Really?
They were the Chicago Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
As for your Rams, better have a short
week.
memory.
Short week.
Yeah, they're kicking off Week 5 up in Seattle. Thursday Night Football here on NFL Network, on Fox, on Amazon Prime. Kicks a little bit after 8 o'clock Eastern. Pre-game coverage gets going at 6 o'clock Eastern. Speaking of Seattle, Russell Wilson trying to avoid a third straight loss for the first time in his career. That offense shut out last week in the second half at Minnesota. Didn't get its first down until the 25-minute mark of this game. Pick it up tied at 7 in the third.
What you gonna do, Russ?
Oh, we know what he's doing.
Ooh, look at the wheels.
Huh?
Man, is he getting faster?
Dude, he can still run it. He can still run it. And then the next Seahawks possession, up a touchdown. How about the escapability? It's our Geico play of the day.
You know he's a magician, right?
He is. He's a freak back there.
First name
Dante
Russell?
Johnson has him. Has him.
Last name Wilson. Got him.
Hits Freddie Swain for the touchdown. Threw for only 149 yards on the day. But look at this. The pretty pirouette and the score.
Can I ask you, how do you cover that? You call the perfect blitz, he gets home, and he still makes a play and scores a touchdown.
All right, ensuing Niners drive. No Jimmy G in the second half. Bad calf. We'll talk about that more in a second. So the number 3 overall pick, Trey Lance. Throw it! Throw it! Because Debo is wide open.
How? How and why? That's what I ask.
Yeah.
How and why does this happen? Like, it's a two-man route. They run a dig, an in-right breaking route, and a wheel, and no one runs with it. And that's Jamal Adams' guy. Anytime number 2 goes up the sideline, you have to take him because the corner's taking one. Don't do hey me. That's on you. That's the coverage.
I love listening to you talk football. It sounds so dirty. Fourth quarter, Alex Collins.
Oh no!
It wasn't Chris Carson that got it going.
He's about to do the river dance.
Yeah, it was Collins.
You know he's about to do it there. Look
yeah,
do the river dance.
Okay, both teams are 2-2. Coach Shanahan, how'd your rook do out there? All right.
I mean, some good, some bad. I thought he went in there for the most part. He got thrown in not expecting to get in, and I thought he ran the ball well. Hit some passes, obviously missed some passes. Was in a tough situation there when we were down 2 scores. Did a good job moving the chains a couple times with his legs, but it looked like a typical first game. Trey's done a good job. I feel like he's getting better each week, but that's why he was this number 2 quarterback going into that game.
We know all the problems that the Niners have had when Jimmy G's not under center and Kyle Shanahan's on the sideline. They win like 70% of the starts when Jimmy G's there. And without him, they win about 20% of the starts. So it sounds like Jimmy G's going to be out a few weeks. MRI coming on Monday. We will see. What does this mean for the 49ers' immediate future? They in trouble?
This is the thing. Kyle Shanahan is a mastermind of creating game plans for the players that he has. Now, I think Trey Lance is better than Nick Mullins and other guys that he's had backing up Jimmy Garoppolo. So they're going to go a lot of zone read here with Trey Lance. My only problem is this, and I said this to all my friends that are Niner fans. I love you guys so much. But Trey Lance, he doesn't have the football experience. He hasn't played enough football yet. Only 17 games in college. Now you're supposed to go out here and lead the Niners against an Arizona Cardinals team next week. It's going to be tough. So for me, I think you have to really hone in the game plan, get about 20 plays in there, 20 to 30 plays, and we have to just rerun them. And you're going to see a lot of running here from the Niners. Again, look, great play design here, blown coverage. Deebo Samuel makes a big play, but like Kyle said, there was some good, and guess what? There was a lot of bad, and you have to be able to correct those.
Well, so far this year, rookie starters are 3-12, and that includes Davis Mills down there at 0-2 in Houston. So actually 13, 3-13 overall for rookies.
Yeah,
starting.
It's the National Football League. It's not easy.
Tough.
We're at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I always tell people this. In college or in high school, there may be 1 or 2 all-stars. In college, there may be 1 or 2 guys that don't belong on the field. In the pros, we all can play. So you have to make sure that you're making the throws, the timely throws, and you're throwing it on time and with anticipation. If you can't do that, it's going to be a problem. As we saw in that play that we keep watching over and over again, it was a little late, and the throw was behind Deebo Samuel. You got to get that up in front.
At Arizona, a bye versus the Colts at the Bears for the next 4 weeks for the San Francisco 49ers.